This is the plaintiff, Irene Smith. She says the defendant, her ex-husband, owes her money for a car she bought him, and he's not paying her per their agreement. The louse has all this money to wine and dine and brag about it on social media, so she's coming after him here and now in this courtroom for the $2,357.04 she's owed. This is the defendant, Keon Smith. He says he was paying the car off as agreed, but then lost his job, and the plaintiff went nuts. He told her he was looking for a new job, but in the meantime, instead of paying him back the $1,000 he loaned her a few years ago, to use that money as payment, and they'd be even. When she started complaining about him going out to dinner with his new girlfriend, he knew she was losing her marbles. And, well, here they are in court. He's accused of vexing an ex. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $1,000 for an unpaid loan.
Okay. All parties, please raise your right hand. Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Irene Smith, you are suing Keon Smith for $2,357.04 that you say he owes you for a car that you purchased for him and he was supposed to be making payments on. You have a counterclaim against her for $1,000 that you say you loaned her for rent. All right, let's hear from you, Ms. Smith.
Okay, so at first, I purchased him a car for $2,500. That's how much was the vehicle.
He's your ex-husband.
He's my ex-husband, yes. We've
Okay.
been divorced since 2014.
Okay, and when did you purchase a car for him? When you were married or afterwards?
Just a few months ago.
Oh, just a few months ago.
Yes.
And why would you purchase your ex a car?
For some reason, he always has his ways with me. I'm not sure.
He had his way with you? That's why, okay.
Yes, we have a child together,
Okay, how old's your child?
7 years old.
Okay,
And
boy or girl?
A boy.
Okay.
He lives in Philadelphia. I live in New Jersey. And his car broke down. I wanted him to be able to commute easily. And also I wanted him to keep a job because he has a arrear of almost $15,000.
He has child
Support arrears.
support arrears of $15,000?
Yes,
Wow.
ma'am.
Okay.
So the smart way to do it is help him out.
Is it? Is it
I
really?
was hoping it will
Oh,
help.
okay, because it turns out that I
Yeah.
can't help but notice that you are
Yes.
standing in front of me here today. All right, so you go out and you buy your ex, who is in arrears by $15,000 in child support, a $2,500 car.
Yes. Well, the arrears is because he was in and out jobs inconsistently.
Yeah, I know.
And
You got to keep a job if you want to bring kids into the world. Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. He's supposed to pay you how much?
the agreement was $250 a month for 10 months. The plan was for him to keep a job, be able to pay the child support. He didn't keep the job. He decided to quit the job. Again.
Why did you quit your job?
Well, okay, so I quit my job. I've been in the spirits industry for 10 years.
The what industry?
Spirits industry.
Okay.
So alcohol. I quit the job because they changed my schedule. So pretty much, I've been
And
doing
now
it.
your schedule's no job.
Good point. But
Yeah,
they
so-
changed my schedule, so they changed 70% of my account-based list, and so I had all of the gentlemen's clubs in the city, and so it was bringing me back into a lifestyle that I formerly escaped. So regularly my job was the lounges and the clubs and the high-end restaurants. So I was out during the daytime, but it was the gentlemen's club. So I decided to leave, and now I recently got a job, so I'm with a health company. I'll just say that. I won't say their name.
Okay, well, why didn't you pay off the car?
I didn't pay off the car because so we had that agreement, and when Irene gets mad, she has the biggest heart, and we've helped each other out over the years. But when she gets mad, the room goes dark, and so she's a Gemini, so the opposite attracts thing. And she was really, because she was cool with it. She's pretty stable. She's well off financially, but she was cool with it. But I felt as though she really got irate because of the female who I was seeing. And so it became a thing of, I told her I would let you know when I get the job. I'll let you know. It was 2 months since that time that I actually got a job, but she just kept on with it. And so I won't repeat the text messages, but it was going back and forth. And I just told her, I said, you know what? It's harassment. It's harassment. Now you're harassing me. And I brought
Wait,
up.
I want you to repeat the text messages. What exactly did she say to you other than pay me?
It's some expletives in there,
Yeah, besides like expletives, pay me. What was she? Because that's not harassment.
It's
It may be personal.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
but that's because you're not paying her. And then you're on Facebook and watching him living large, going to restaurants, and yet he's not paying you. He's not making an effort to pay you. He's not even paying you half. He's not paying you at all. He's ignoring you. And then you're surprised the lights went out and it got dark?
Yeah, it gets dark when she gets angry.
Yeah,
and
but
so
what would you expect? If someone owed you and just, blew you off like that and
Right.
said,
No,
I
I
told
understand.
you I'd tell you when I had the money.
I
Like,
understand.
what would you say?
Well, I didn't get like that immediately. I got like that after.
After 2 months of not paying? You got
That is
angrier the longer you didn't pay? That's
Yeah,
how it
I was
works?
frustrated too. So I didn't want to put her in that position.
How
and
far
be
in
that
arrears
position.
are you in child support?
15,000, as she stated. Yeah, well, let me explain that too. Let me explain that, and there's no justifying that, but let me explain it to you. So, several years ago, I was making about 30,000 more, and so I never reduced the child support. So what happened was, when I was unemployed and I wasn't receiving any unemployment, it was like $250 a week, and
So there's a mechanism for that. It's called going to court and explaining your situation and having your
Understood.
child support payments reduced.
Understood.
But see, the way you do it, you're just in arrears because you're too lazy to go to court and have it lowered. Then the person who's listening is just going to think you're just a deadbeat dad, that you owe $15,000.
Right.
Why aren't you bringing him to court? Because I'd jail him because he looks pretty able, a pretty able body. I don't care if he has to flip burgers, he can work. So I'm trying to figure out, why don't you take him to court for the child support and get him and say, look, he's not paying? Because
I just did.
you did?
I finally contacted New Jersey Child Support, and they went after him. He kind of somehow talked him out of it. He told me he's starting a new job, so they gave him another break. I think the fact that he did not go back to the courts, lazy is number one, but also because he knows he's in and out jobs all the time, being inconsistent.
By the time he gets a court date, he'll have another
Right.
job.
And I think he also felt bad that he's not been in our child life as much as, so he thought maybe money will cover.
Nah, that's not it. That's not it.
How often do you see your kid?
Nah, I see him every other weekend, but it varies though. It varies. Some weekends I'll have him back
And you
to
say
back.
he doesn't see him every other
There were
weekend.
months.
No, that's different. That's different.
What do you mean that's different?
Because
Do months
it's
pass
not.
that you don't see your kid?
No. Months haven't passed, and I've not seen my child. But our relationship, see, to me, who I'm with affects our relationship. I could be cordial.
I don't
all
care
day.
who you're with.
Yeah, but
I don't
if you're not
care
answering
how
the
your
phone,
relation. I don't
if you're
care.
not
I don't
answering the
care about
phone,
your woman. I
I
don't
don't
care.
show up.
I don't
It's an
care.
hour away. I'm
Why
not going to
would-
drive to the door.
It's an hour away, and you're
Right.
lazy.
No,
That's
it's not.
your
I'm
son.
lazy. It's not. I'm lazy. It's not. I'm lazy. I'm
Then-
not going to drive an hour if you don't pick up the phone, and then I drive an hour and nobody answers the door. So I'm not lazy.
But no, see, all you've got to do you have a child visitation schedule in place?
Yes.
Yes.
An actual visitation schedule?
Yes.
Then she can get arrested if she doesn't open the door and hand the child over at that moment. I don't understand what you're saying.
Well, you're right about that, and I've
So
been told.
then
I've
you're
been
just-
told.
now
I've been
we're back
told
to
that-
how lazy you
I've
are.
been told that from people. No, it's,
Well, then, no, I don't understand. No,
I see
listen.
your
No,
perspective,
don't yell
though.
louder than me. I can yell louder than you, no matter what. All right, I need you to listen to me. See, your
Okay.
excuses don't cut it, so stop it. You need to drive the hour, and you need to be there on time. And then if she's not, then you go to court and you have her held in contempt. You'll see how fast she'll be there on time the next time. Okay? But you don't just say, she's not picking up the phone. I'll just spend a couple months without seeing my kid. Because you're doing permanent damage to your blood. I presume you love your child.
Absolutely, very much.
Then do the right thing and make sure you're in your child's life the times that you are able, because every other weekend is a precious little amount of time.
It is.
So, so show up and do it. And it has nothing to do with calling her or anything else. The date and time is prescribed. Okay, so no, that and frankly, maybe you two going back to court and having the judge tell you what it is long overdue.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So when you break up with somebody, is it too risky to continue a friendship? What do you say?
Yes, it is.
Why?
Because it's not going to be a friendship. It's
Why not?
gonna be- Because there's feelings involved. You never know what's going to happen.
You buying what she's saying?
Yeah.
He has to say that. He's my boyfriend.
Oh. Yeah, well, you know what? She's going to cut you off like a bad habit. Okay, what do you say?
Absolutely. There's too many feelings involved. Like, things could get a little messy, and it's just better not to do it.
Okay, going inside the courtroom.
So you acknowledge, though, that you owe $1,665.
Well, I acknowledge that we made an agreement at that one part in time one point in time, but after the harassment, the phone calls, and then what we did was we went tit for tat, and I was like, you know what? Honestly, I don't feel like I owe you this because I
Yeah,
looked
well,
out
here's
for
how it
rent.
goes. I feel like you owe her that. Because if you have a
Okay.
contract, you two, getting angry at each other doesn't change the contract.
Mm-hmm.
So you say he owes you $1,665 on the car. Your lost wages at 8 hours for having to go to court and sue him?
I just added.
Okay, can you prove that you lost 8 hours?
I had to take a day. Well,
Did you bring me your pay stub or anything else?
no, I don't have his pay stub.
Not his, your
No,
pay
I don't
stub.
have my pay stub with me.
Okay, that's how you prove lost wages.
Okay.
Cash loan of $445.
Okay, when I heard he's countersuing me for $1,000, I said, okay, you know what? If you want to take it that far, I have an email specifying by detail how much he owes me, another $545.
An email from him?
Yes.
Yeah, hand that over.
I was like, okay, we can add that.
Okay. Then how far back are we going on that cash loan of $445?
This is 2014. That tells you how idiot I can be sometimes.
Okay, so let's see.
I need to verify
So
that email
remember
address.
when I said I need your help again? If you can, below is a list of the things that I need to get done this week before my business trip next week. Also, I also listed what I owe you to date. What I owe Eric, $300 cash loan, $145 cash loan from dinner when you gave me the money. $50 filled my gas tank, $50 food shopping, total $545. I can't rely on my husband for this stuff, and you guys rely on your exes for the. Show that up. How's your present woman feel about this kind of thing, or this doesn't go on anymore?
She doesn't know.
It's my email address.
She doesn't know.
No,
She probably pay his bills now.
Do you guys talk
not
to
at
each
all,
other
not at
still?
all, not at all.
When was the last time you
That's-
two talked to each other?
That's not my style.
Who, him and I?
Yeah,
Only when it comes to, the child.
He said yes, that's his.
that's yours.
That
All right.
appears to
So
be my
she
email
wants to know
address.
when you're going to pay that additional $445 of the cash loan that she says you didn't pay.
What year was that?
2014. Okay, so based on that email, she's suing for an additional $545, and your answer was what? What year is that?
Yes.
July 2014.
I don't recall that.
Well, but you said that was your email. That look
looks-
at your,
it appears to
Does it
be.
look like your style of writing?
It appears to be.
Yeah. Okay. So now you have a counterclaim against her for $1,000, loan made for rent. Tell me
Yes.
about that man who's $15,000 in arrear in child support.
So the 1,000. So basically, while she was going back to school, I was paying the rent, taking care of the bills and everything.
You were together.
We
Husband and wife.
were together at that time when I was doing that. But what happened was we separated, and so I wasn't on child support at that time.
But you were still married.
Right.
Right.
But
And your kid was living there.
3 months old.
Yeah.
Your 3-month-old was
Right.
living there.
Right.
Okay.
So I left, and she put me on child support, and I had just given her $1,000 for the rent, but they take $250 out per week for child support. So I told her, well, you owe me that $1,000 since they taking it out now, and she agreed to pay, but she never did.
That was how many years ago? When were you in school? When was your child 7? And your child was 3 months old when this happened? So maybe you
that is
missed the
correct.
6-year
That's when I
statute of
was in school.
limitation? you think?
Exactly.
6 years, is it?
No,
Good one.
more.
Okay.
But if you hadn't, I would say bring that up with the child support judge.
Yes.
Because it's really, what you're saying is, you should lower my child support. So that you're going to need to take up with the child support judge.
Right.
But it sounds like you're out of gas on it anyway because it was so long ago and you were still married at the time. So let's see where we are. You admitting that you owe her $1,665. And then you admitting that you owe her $545. So we're at $2,210. That's where we are.
Yes.
Anything else?
I don't think I want to talk anymore. I think that's.
Yeah, because we're there so far. You open your mouth again and it may get bigger. I have no idea.
Right.
So what caused you two to break up?
Cheating.
Cheating?
She says cheating. I say we're both fiery. We both have similar personalities. She's really strong and passionate and controlling, and so am I. So.
I can feel the electricity,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Is more so disappointed.
I don't know. You got some big old smile on your face every time he
Because
says
I'm on
something.
TV.
Is that it? So I thought he was having that effect on you, but it's actually me having that effect on you?
Yes.
Verdict for the plaintiff, $2,210.
Thank you.
So in this dispute between Mr. and Miss Smith, it's Miss Smith who comes out the victor. You are divorced, right?
Yes, we are divorced.
Okay, all right.
Correct.
I was going to say, it'd be like the title of a movie.
Yeah,
Mr.
yeah,
Mrs.
that's
Smith.
what
Anyway,
it's like. Yeah.
You still seem friendly to each other. You don't talk that much, but
Right.
but I mean, she's done a lot for you.
She
You know,
has.
come on, she
She
bought
has.
your car. She was.
Yes.
So, what do you think is going to happen now after all of this?
I mean, just moving forward, building a relationship, you know, based upon our fact that we have a son. So, yeah, but I love her. I always love her.
Good. I'm sure you do. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. My phone is ringing here. Sorry about that. Listen, you brought him to court now. Are you satisfied with the outcome?
Extremely.
Yeah, and you seem happy about
Yes.
it? You're still friendly with him, aren't you? You act like you could be, at least.
I have to keep a positive mind.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
And the child that you have, which are between the two of you.
Yes.
All right, well, good luck to you. Thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
so much.
Okay?
Thank you.
Very good. Harvey, what you think?
So look, I mean, if you are in a situation where your former partner owes you child support, under no circumstances should you ever loan that person money. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.